Hi, I'm Rui. I'm a Chinese wife. My husband is French, and we're currently living in France with our 2 kids. Today, I want to share with you 5 things my husband finds most annoying about me, his Chinese wife. Someone once said a great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together, but it is when the imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences. Marriage is hard, cross-cultural marriage is even harder. We've been married for 7 years by now, and we learn to enjoy most of our differences, but there are some things in our cultures drove each other crazy. This is one thing he complains most about me, that I shout all the time, especially when I chat with my mom and my friends over the phone at very loud volume. 칭찬총, 칭찬총. He didn't understand any of our ridiculous dialect. All he heard was hysterical gaggling. He can hear me through the walls and he asked me to turn it down a bit. In my defense, when we chat with our closest people, we tend to laugh out loud, especially when we're sharing interesting anecdotes. And plus, Chinese people are loud by default. It's in our culture and it's in our DNA, so live with it. And then we had kids. He started complaining that I shout at them too loud and too often. He said that when I shout at them, I failed as a parent. I didn't fail. I'm just a normal human being with my temperament and my emotions. Although I do agree there's room for improvement and lots to learn when it comes to parenting. My husband finds a lot of annoying things my mom did that drove him nuts. Like, she respects no personal space. When we invited her to live with us to help out with the birth of our first baby, she just came in and out of our bedroom like the door didn't exist. When we gently remind her to knock before coming in, she was like, "Are you guys serious? We're family. And plus, I'm only coming in to get some stuff for the baby. I'm out in no seconds." Okay, mom. She also likes to give a lot of personal advice to my husband, like he should shave his mustache because he looks old and criminal-like with all that beard. And it's worse when it comes to parenting advice. She said we should shave our baby's head when he's 1 month old. We should bundle him up with layers of blankets, otherwise he would catch a cold. And that we should potty train him when he's 1 year old, like all other Chinese children. What else? Oh yes, that we're not tiger parents enough to make them study all the time. Apparently, we should have taught them math, complicated math, and writing Chinese characters starting from age 3. When we let them play around all the time, we're just wasting their life and potential. He absolutely hated that I cook my Chinese dishes freestyle. I don't follow any recipe and I measure all ingredients by the eye, so my compound chicken tastes very different every time. Sometimes I add cucumber to the dish if we have some in the fridge. Sometimes I forgot to put spring onion. To a French person, consistency is very important. He expects the same taste to the same dish every time. Well, that's something I can hardly ever change when it comes to cooking Chinese. He will never understand the thrill of cooking freestyle. I just love it when I can pour soy sauce and cooking wine just like that. I don't have the time or patience to measure them by the spoon. And the essence of Chinese home cooking is to follow our instincts and add everything at our free will. My favorite Chinese dish is sweet and sour pork ribs. I will cook them from time to time when I desire them. My husband hates it when I eat them in my corner, and he can't stand the smell when he's eating something else. In my defense, he doesn't like the dish and I know he wouldn't eat it, so what's wrong with me cooking something for myself? He likes his pork ribs being baked in the oven like how French cook them, so that we can share the same meal. But you know what? I still prefer my Chinese pork ribs, and I'm glad I don't have to share, because I can eat all of them by myself. He finds it absolutely ridiculous that we use our umbrellas when it's not raining outside. In hot summer days, everybody in China uses our umbrellas to protect us from the sun, including men. He just doesn't want to be a part of it. I still remember when my mom visited us for the first time in New York City, she naturally popped up her umbrella when we walk onto the street in a hot summer day. And I told her my husband thinks we look really strange and like crazy tourists with our umbrella when it's not raining. She shouted back at me, I am a tourist and I don't mind people judging me. After this long list of complaints, I asked him, so what do you like about me then? He said, everything else. Okay, that's a good answer. Coming up next, 5 things I hate about my French husband. Stay tuned.
慢慢把它头高一点，头高一点，我想一看，好，可以，哇，蛮好玩的。